Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games. And today we're going to play Bluevolution, or Blue Evolution. And this is a tower defense game, and I really like the idea of how it's set up. Essentially, you're protecting your planets from a field of asteroids. Now, we could start off with Earth, but we're actually going to be playing with Mars because I find that a little bit more exciting. We're going to have Mars and 2 moons, and we're going to try to use them to protect ourselves. So, we've got 200 minerals, no Alexo crystals. You use Alexo crystals to power up your weapons or ships. And we're on wave 0, there are going to be 10 waves total. This is my health, my planet health, Mars, and it regenerates between waves a little bit. Now on the left bottom you can see the planets. We have a Mars, then we have our first moon Phobos and our second moon Deimos. What's important is that the moons will destroy asteroids by themselves, but they can also have weapons equipped on them which can shoot. Here we've got space for ships. So what you need is you're going to need a ship that's going to collect any kind of materials that you get from the asteroids, because the way this works is that you shoot up an asteroid and it will spread out minerals, and then you can catch them up with your ships and then you can use them to build more stuff. So let me show you the weapons we've got available. We've got point defense. Now this is not good because this defends a very small area, so usually by the time the asteroids get that close you won't be able to protect yourself. So flag gun, a little better area. Planetary artillery, this is a really good one, but where we're going to use is a rail gun because it has a really big area. I'm going to put it on one of our moons, on Phobos. Let's put it there, and Phobos can shoot everything. Now the rail gun, it doesn't have much of a damage per second. It's only 10 as opposed to, for example, point defense, which is 20, but it does a lot of damage per impact. So essentially it will not shoot very often, but when it does, it will destroy it. So you can see it destroyed it completely. So over time, it has a 4-second cooldown. It's going to go and shoot us stuff. Now we need a collector ship. This is the ship, and it's going to move around and it's going to shoot. It's going to pick up these little minerals. Right. So we didn't destroy everything. We got lost some of our health, but that's okay. That's fine. We're gonna build some more stuff as soon as we can. I would like to build this planetary artillery on my main ship as soon as I can. That should really help us out with protecting ourselves, essentially. We're gonna lose a little bit of health here at the start, but I think it's worth it. So let's just let them hit us because we will regenerate it later on quite easily. Alright, so let's build it now. We're going to build a planetary artillery, and then the next thing we need to invest in is the ships, because you can see we have a lot of minerals flying around but nobody is ready to pick them up. So we're going to need a lot of these collector ships. You could also buy an advanced collector, which is much quicker, but it costs us 200 to get it. Yeah, you can see we're destroying it pretty nicely. Oh, we are still getting hit a little bit though. Not too bad. Let's get some more collectors, and next we're probably going to buy a flag gun, which is going to help us. It has 22 damage per second, and it's going to help us when something gets fairly close. We want to be able to... Let's go for the next wave. You can see we're healing up. Now we're going to build the flag gun. And then the next thing I want to build is the planetary artilleries. They're quite helpful and they're pretty strong, because the next thing you want to build after them is these advanced artillery heavy flags, which cost 800 minerals. So it's quite expensive, so we're not quite ready for that yet. Instead, what we're gonna need is some more of these like basic ones. Yeah, planetary artillery will get another one, and again we're gonna need a lot more of these collectors. I'm gonna buy 6 of them, and then these last 2 spaces I want to leave for the advanced collectors. Now you could also let advance the next wave, let it come early, in which case you'll have to fight 2 waves at the same time, obviously, but you'll get an Alexo crystal which will allow you to upgrade a tower, which can be very, very good. For example, it could increase the speed to twice, which could be good, for example, on the railgun, because then the damage per second is 20 and the cooldown is only going to be 2 seconds, which is very good. But for now, I'm going to stick to our planetary artilleries and make sure that we have them. Okay, we destroyed everything. Now we've got... I think I'm going to wait now in order to be able to build this big thing, this advanced artillery. So I'm going to sell the flag gun as soon as we've got enough, and build that instead. So if we can sell the flag gun for, I believe, yeah, 75, so yeah, we can sell it now. Yep. And we're going to build this advanced artillery. There is one more thing that costs also 800, and that's heavy flag. This has slightly better damage per second, cooldown 2 seconds, but it has 15 projectiles as opposed to advanced artillery, which only has 7. So it's quite good that it has a little bit more projectiles. So we might want to use it. Actually, I might want to sell a couple of these things. We could sell this. You know, let's just call for the next wave, and we'll place this super cool heavy flag, the one that has a lot of projectiles, on one of the moons. Because sometimes it can be a good idea to just have something that has a lot of projectiles, and maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be that strong per projectile, because you can see a lot of these asteroids are kind of weaker. So you just want to have good stuff. That I'm also trying to get some of these better collectors. So let me just sell up some of the bad ones and get these better ones. Good. And we're almost ready to get another really cool... You know what, let's get advanced artillery. So we're gonna have 2 different really fancy weapons on the Phobos moon. Should help us out a lot. And I do love how you can watch how it kind of shoots around. You can kind of guess what weapon is what. Like this is the 15 projectiles, I think. Yeah, it's going very well. And on this final one, we're gonna try to wait for out... Oh, we could actually build a burst cannon. Or an outer railgun. Advanced railgun capable of a higher rate of fire than an ordinary railgun. It has 40 damage per second, which is kind of the same actually as the heavy flag. It has only 1 projectile, but it hits pretty hard, and the cooldown is only 1 second. So I think we'll go with that. We're gonna wait for the next wave. Wait till we get the money for this. Or minerals, I should say. We'll get this thing going. It's just too good not to. Let's do it. Outer railgun. Deimos, and yeah, we can watch it. It just goes in, whatever it touches, it kind of destroys. It's really, really cool. You can see we're destroying way ahead. I want to sell some of these not so good collectors and just like get those quick ones. And we're gonna call the next day, and we're gonna let advance the final wave here. Actually, it already is the final wave. Okay, well, let's just build a burst cannon then. Nice. So we finished on Mars. We're gonna do one more. So let's do this one. Alright, so here we've got Chetao, Alpha, Beta, and Omega. Now we only have 200 minerals now. We could start by going with something with planetary artillery, which has 25 damage per second, which is significantly better than, for example, the railgun or this missile, which is new. Ordinary fire and forget missile, 1 projectile cooldown 2 seconds. So the problem with this is that it has 5 projectiles, so each of them does 10 damage, which is not much. So if we have a slightly bigger asteroid, we might not be able to restore them. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go with the railgun here. Actually, no, we're going to go with the missile. And we're gonna call for the wave, and we're going to get a basic collector. And this, because we have such a big range, we're going to be able to shoot a lot of these in advance. So before they come anywhere close, I'm going to try to advance the waves now, because this is going to give us a lot of new... Oh, so we didn't actually catch. There was the Alexo crystal, and had our collectors been strong enough, we would have been able to get more minerals, but you can see that we're not quite ready for this. But we seem to be handling stuff pretty well. We have stuff on this side though. Yeah, we're going to get hit a little bit here. But it's not too bad. Let's go just the basic point defense here. It's not going to do much, but I think it might help us a little bit. I do want to sell it later, but I just want to make sure we don't get hit like super hard. Alright, I would like something... We're going to wait to get another 200, and we're going to place another one of these missiles on Alpha, so on this planet. I think the missiles are helping us. Later on, I want to move back towards the planetary artillery. That's something that's always good, but we want to make sure that we can like destroy stuff a little bit as well. We also have special powers here, which I would like to show off, so we're going to try to advance waves a little bit as well. Let's call the next wave. I do want to build this... Maybe we want to sell the point defense and build the planetary artillery here. Make sure we've got something if they get close. And we're going to build a couple more collectors. Actually, just one more. Maybe we'll try to save up for like an advanced one or something. We could build here a railgun. Yeah, let's get a railgun so we get something else, because railgun is even stronger than a regular thing. Now we'll build another missile on Beta. So we've got a lot of missiles here, which again, they are... We can't shoot them that often, so they're like not the best thing in the world, but I do like them. And we could try to wait. Do you think we can afford to wake up for a nuclear missile? Yes, we can. Greater explosive damage and radius than regular missile. Yes. And then we could try to wait for some advanced artilleries. That could be useful. And we'll try to get an advanced collector here. Now, I'd also like to advance the wave. If we could get Alexa crystals, I could show you the special ability there, which could be useful. But you can see these asteroids are much bigger now. And let's advance the wave now, maybe? We'll really try to wait for the advance until... It might be a bad decision, but I think we have a lot of life, so I think we can afford it right now. Come on. Now, advanced artillery. Get. And you can see the moon is moving through the asteroid field, so it's actually destroying a lot of it by just moving there, which is really, really useful for us. I'm advancing the wave again and trying to grab some of these bigger collectors so we could get some good stuff. And let me place another nuclear missile. So we're going to be selling stuff soon. For example, we could be changing a lot of the basics missiles for the stronger ones, and I think we'll do that. Yeah, let's sell this. And we'll give you an advanced artillery. So that was not a missile actually, but still. And the planetary artillery we could sell for nuclear missile? Or I think we'll just wait till we can get this advanced artillery. Should be any moment now. Or do you want to get a heavy flak? No, we'll just stick to advanced artillery. That seems like the thing to go for. Good. Good, we're doing pretty well. Oh, we've got an Alexa crystal. So we could either upgrade a specific tower. For example, we could click on this and upgrade it. Permanently increase this weapon's reload speed by 100%. It would cost us 1 Alexa crystal. Or we could use this overload. Activate to overload all weapons, increasing speed reload by 100% for 10 seconds. That can be quite useful. Let's sell some of the basic... Yeah, we don't want the nuclear missile. We're going to just get better stuff. We're going to get... Ooh, we could get an outer railgun. Or nuclear shield. Oh, that's epic. But I think we'll go for outer railgun in a moment. Advanced railgun capable of a higher rate of fire than any ordinary... yeah, let's get that. Okay, come on. Oh, we actually didn't even need that. We just did it without that, straight up. That was actually pretty cool. Do you want to try one more? Sure, let's try one more. Wow. Alright, so here we've got, what's interesting is that this main planet does not have any weapon that I can put on it. However, so we've got Viola, Sleeper, Delirium, Amnesia, Fever, and Coma. Interesting names. Oh, ship-wise, we've got Interceptor. Interceptor asteroids with small point defense weapons. That's interesting. Or a belt miner. Miner drone that can gather minerals from off-map resources. Returns 100 minerals at the start of each wave. So let's start with an interceptor. We'll see how that goes. Oh, so it's just gonna go and shoot like this. Well, that doesn't seem like overly helpful. Also, we need a collector, because otherwise we're not really gaining anything. Interceptor's kind of weird, but it's working actually. I'd really like this belt miner, but 400 is pretty expensive. Let's try to get like something like a railgun or a missile. That would be useful for one of these big guns. So let's get a missile. Ordinary fire and forget damage 20. Projectile 1, cooldown 2 seconds. Okay. Yeah, those interceptors are not half bad actually. Because the problem with the missiles is they're very far. So like, we don't know if we've got a range for that. The problem is sometimes we shoot at something that the interceptor then destroys. I'd really like this belt miner. Getting 100 minerals every turn before every wave would be very good. The problem is we can only build this at like wave 3 or 4. If I were to sell this, to get 100, it's still not enough. I'd have to sell all of my weapons, which I can't afford to do. So let's call the next wave. We'll try to hold on before building anything else, because I really want that belt miner. And we would get 100 when we call for wave 4, which would be useful. I think we can afford it. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, we'll build it now. Belt miner goes away. And we'll try to get another interceptor, I think. Or you know what, we could also build another, maybe another missile thing. Or collector. Let's build 2 collectors. That should help us out. Now next phase is going to give me 100. It only gave me 50. Should have given me 100. 100 minerals at the start of each wave. Yeah, okay, now we've got 100. So let's build another missile. Ooh, and this is great because that moon there is just like destroying the field. And this other one should also help with that as well. We've got 400, so we could get a guided missile. Automatically acquires and pursues targets. Or a nuclear missile. This is all just one projectile. I'd like something with multiple. But let's get... yeah, let's get the guided missile. That seems interesting. And we'll get another interceptor maybe. These interceptors are really good. I like them quite a lot. And then we'll try to wait up for these big things. Advanced artilleries, I think. We'll try to get 800 next. And build those where we can. I do wonder if we should buy like advanced collectors, but... maybe, yeah, let's... no, that was an interceptor. Let's get an advanced collector and another interceptor. I think that would be good for us. Yeah, so now it comes back. At that point we get the 100. And we said we're gonna wait for 800. So we'll try. We'll see how well it goes. Yeah, those interceptors are doing a great job. Not destroying like completely everything, but yeah, we're gonna need this big thing very soon. Advanced artillery, good. Now the advanced artillery, I believe, has multiple projectiles, correct? Yeah, it has 7. So this is going to be good for us to shoot a lot of different things at the same time. I think we might want to place another one of these nuclear... no, we'll wait for another advanced artillery. I think that's a better decision here. Or heavy flag? Yeah, let's do heavy flag. That has 15 projectiles. And I need stuff that can destroy small enemy things, essentially. And we've got heavy flag there. That's good. And I might want to sell some of these basic collectors and just like get the better ones. Yeah, we've got 2 advanced ones now. Next wave, come on. We want to advance the waves, that's probably too risky. We'll build another missile, for example. And then we'll try to wait for those advanced artilleries. Yeah, the interceptors are just catching it before it hits the planet. Doing quite well. And maybe a burst cannon? The nuclear shield would be very interesting. I don't know if we can wait for that. Missile swarm, 4,000 minerals fires a swarm of 10 guided missiles. Yeah, we're gonna wait for, I think, a burst cannon. Not gonna go crazy here. It's called the wave. Could also probably sell this. How much can I sell you for? 200. Yeah, that's worth it. And instead we'll get another interceptor maybe. We do not have any Alexa crystals to upgrade. Let's advance the wave so we can get the next thing. Oh, wow, that's a pretty big asteroid. We could sell something and build something better, but we don't need to. Alright. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, write down in the comments, and you can click on the right towards some other tower defense games. I'll see you there. Bye bye!